We were all cherry-cheeked anime fans at some point. Sadly, that time usually ends with a bang. It's time for bad anime shows to get what they finally deserve. No matter how many episodes or how bad it is, I'll prevail and beat them all. It's time for Undroppable. Ah yes, time to tackle this one. As hey, everyone else seems to have done it, so why can't I throw my 2 cents in? Hang on, I've got it around here somewhere. Okay, I couldn't find 2 cents, being British and all, but I did find 2 pennies, which are sort of the same. So let's throw our 2 pennies in on the subject of Watamote, or, no matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular. This is an adaptation of the manga series, both written and illustrated by Nico Tanigawa, and originally published in Square Enix's Gan Comics Online, and has been licensed for publication in North America by Yen Press. So this lovely look at a kid's messed up life, published by the makers of Squall's Messed Up Life, got handed to Studio Silverlink, makers of one of the funniest comedies I saw in 2012. So they got, adapted, and sent us our dose of Watamote, hitting the screen in the summer of 2013. This has since been licensed for distribution in North America by Sentai Filmworks, and MVM Films for here in England. So let's drop this and away we go. So just a quick note about the plot. The story follows Tomoko, a young girl just about to enter high school, and she believes this is her time to shine. That is, she will finally emerge from the egg a fully formed popular girl, and have all the friends and get all the mantail she can shake a stick at. But sadly she realises after years of not interacting with people, she has little to no social skills, so she begins her self-rehabilitation to prepare herself for her coming popularity. And that's the plot in a nutshell. We follow Tomoko, one man free stooging her way through, trying to make herself a social popularite. Along the way we get to see her old friend Yu, as she has done what Tomoko didn't and made a successful high school debut, as well as others in Tomoko's life, such as her cousin, brother, parents, and the student council president. These make up our supporting cast for the adventures of 4chan Girl. Okay, I'll stop with the jokes and put on the serious pants for now. Before I go any further, I want to make this clear. I think this show is a work of genius, and is by far the best black comedy anime I've ever seen, and something I would like more of. So now on to the other stuff. I really couldn't help seeing what others thought about this, as it would have been impossible not to, as everyone did something on it. But they did all boil down to the same points. All the ones I saw were almost indistinguishable from the other, just a different voice blaring out at me. The biggest being how Tomoko is the most relatable character ever, and all that jazz, which I would agree to a degree. She's more real to current teenagers than most anime characters, but I never related to her myself. And that's not me taking the other side to be different. True, today, my life has no similarities to anything Tomoko does or suffers from. Sure, I'm irritable at times and hold grudges like an ex-girlfriend, but I'm not anything like Tomoko. My school life too. Sure, I got shit from people, but who didn't? Everyone at my school got shit from someone. It was dog eat dog up in the north. But just because I didn't relate to her on a personal level, doesn't mean I didn't find her interesting, as I see Tomoko and Watamote less to be related to, and more of a representation of modern culture in regards to growing up. So to explain this little hill, Tomoko I see is more of an extreme of every teenager, and the hopes and pressure society has placed on them, as she fully believes that one day she will get her reward, as she has grown up being told that, as well as seeing that everywhere, such as the internet, which she spends a huge amount of time on. As such, she feels entitled to popularity and all it entails, without having to do anything for it, as she has already put up with all this crap. So of course there must be a reward at the end, but that reward never appears. And rather than looking inward, that it may be down to her and her own outlooks and behaviours, instead she explodes outwards, blaming instead all the people around her for not recognising how great she is. Like the title says, no matter how I look at it, it's your guys' fault I'm not popular. This is also shown in the ending song, sung by Tomoko, a song titled, No Matter How I Look at It, It's Not My Fault. A song in which Tomoko says how she wants a change from the monotony her life has become, and how painful it's become for her, but upon asking a mirror for honesty as to why, she can't take what it says back, that it's not her that's the problem, but everyone else. This is true to how we do raise most children nowadays. We are told individuality is good, we are all special, which is good, but can also result in those believing it too much, ending in a less extreme of what Tomoko is, and instead of reflecting and changing themselves, as it is them that has become the problem, they act out against other people for not understanding them and how special they are, and the comedy plays this to the greatest, showing us just how absurd treating everyone special is, as if everyone is special, then no one is. The other point people say is how the story doesn't progress, which is odd as Tomoko at the end is different from how she starts, as at the end she has her old friend back. She has tried and failed many plans, as well as having the beginnings of a relationship with the student council president, as well as she isn't meant to succeed as far as I can see, as her character won't let her succeed, as her social anxiety, coupled with her toxic outlook, makes it so she can't ever change, as she believes it's not her that's the problem. So why should she have to change? It should be everyone else that should realise how good she is. I'm not expecting this to blow anyone's mind. I was just a bit tired of seeing one side of Watamote's coin being looked at, and then it being seen as the singular interpretation. So I present this, a different side to look at Watamote and Tomoko, as hey, with a show like this, it's more fun to see how many different ways it can be interpreted, rather than just hearing one and going, yep, that's it. So I'm going to bring this to a close before I rant a bit further, and 4chan comes after me for talking stick about this show and the people who review it. So off come the serious pants, and back I go to where I belong, in the den of B-anime, which I should probably get a light for. It's been getting darker and bigger as of late, but hey, just means I'll see you in the next Undroppable.